Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ladies Power Lunch Studios, which really and truly is just my office. Hi, I have with me today one of my favorite people, Angel Johnson. She is fantastic, guys. I love what she's out there doing in the world, and I could tell you about it, but I feel like she would be so much more eloquent at sharing that with us. So, Angel, I love you so
I
much,
love you
but
too.
can you please share with our audience why they should love you too because of what you do and who you are in the world?
Sure, I can certainly try. I am, well, let's put it this way. I have done many different types of work over the last 25, 30 years, but what I seem to keep coming back to is a concept of helping women gain confidence in the world. And that has been more true in the last few years than ever. Because how are we supposed to change the world for the better if all of us are too worried about our confidence levels or too afraid to ask for what we need or all of that? And what that's led me down is this journey into why are women not as confident as they could be, myself included. In fact, I'm subject zero in trying to learn how to become more confident. And in my learning process, I'm teaching other women. And so my business, confidenceisketchy.com, encourages women to support each other, encourages women to go on that exploration together, and to talk about the things that hold us back and learn how to break through them. So right now, my business is focused on helping women break through internal barriers in their mind in regards to their money and also in regards to their power. And by that, we're actually looking at sexual power, because if you've ever read Think and Grow Rich, you know a little bit about sexual transmutation and using your sexual essence and your sexual power as a root chakra to move your whole life forward. And so that's what I'm helping women do in my business.
I love this so much. And I have to say things when I think of them. There is another woman in our Ladies Power Lunch group that I cannot wait for you to meet because she's on the other side of the pond in England. And she's kind of teaching a similar
Mm-hmm.
topic to women in
Yeah.
that area. And I just feel like, suppose you guys got together and just changed the whole entire world. Oh my God. I
How
just saw
exciting.
it happen and it was very exciting for me.
Let's make it do.
Awesome.
We'll do that.
Yes, absolutely. So I know we've been going through an unusual time with the pandemic and everything that's been happening. I mean, this is a little bit unprecedented, and
It's a lot
it's,
unprecedented.
yeah, tell me about it. And I mean, I have really had to certainly have some shifts that we've had to do here in our practice. I mean, from going full on PPE to restricting access to certain patients where it's just telemedicine visits only to having certain procedures when patients come in. It's been really different for our practice here. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the challenges that this whole situation has brought to your business and how you are transforming your business to meet
Mm.
these challenges?
Sure. I mean, I think the biggest transformation is a lot of what I was doing was in-person conversations with people. I was doing more like, networking groups, being able to go and do a speaking engagement. I had a speaking engagement actually planned for the end of April when all this went down.
Mm.
Um, and we were just in the stages of getting that kind of ramped up and ready to be marketed. And then, everything got shut down. And so I had to pivot pretty quickly to figure out, okay, well, now what? I can't go anywhere. So how do I get my message out to other people? And luckily, I had kind of a built-in group of women that I've already been talking to for well over a year through that journey I told you about in other groups that I was in. And so I started saying, hey, why don't we do some kind of like an online book club type of situation where we, tackle some of these things that we've never had time to tackle before because we were too busy doing all this other stuff. And so I set up multiple book club style groups. And so now I'm running 3 groups every week. One is about money, and 2 of them are about sexuality. So I have 2 different pods of women talking about what they do and how they want to expand their sexual power, and one group that's specific about overcoming limiting beliefs and expanding their possibilities and their horizons in the financial world. So that's been a huge shift because I was so focused on getting in front of people, and I had to completely turn that to an online model. And there's challenges with that too. I mean, you have to kind of set your house up or your office up in order to be a studio. And so, you know, I've got my 84-year-old mom with me. I've got my 9-year-old son. You know, he wants to play his video games. He's got online school to do. She's so now we're all kind of trying to do our own thing at home, as we all are.
So you mean you're not in a forest right now?
I'm not sitting in a forest right now. I know it's impossible to imagine that. But yeah, it's just been really interesting to try to figure out how to layer, you know, like it already felt like my life was layered enough, but now like we have all these layers like so compact together in one place. So it's just really been interesting. But business has actually been better in a way because I have a better reach to people because people are home a little bit more than they were. It's starting to open up here in Connecticut. So, you know, we have more people that are going back to work, and, you know, all of the businesses are started to reopen. But at the same time, there's still a lot of people that are staying home in order to stay safe. And so, you know, being able to do things online for them has been a real blessing.
Excellent. I'm glad that you were actually able to turn your business around and to still be successful in spite of all the things that are going on, because it has been really challenging for a lot of us. And that's the topic of our upcoming workshop summit that we're going to be having on the 21st of September. That's the Ladies Power Lunch Presents Fall Summit. And our theme is Transformation 2020, because we've really had an opportunity for transformation this year. We've had so many challenges. And so what our focus is going to be is on having a number of workshops on very, very specific personal development and business growth topics. And we're going to be looking at how to take these challenges and turn them into opportunities. That is the bottom line. Let's see how we can turn things around, make things better. And I don't know about you, Angel, but I'm all zoomed out. If I have to sit in another Zoom conference, or I have to sit and listen to somebody talk on and on and on,
Mm-hmm.
I may lose it. And so
Yeah, I think we're all a little zoomed out for
I
sure.
feel like we are. And so I did not want for this event to be another one of those. And my intention with this is for it to be fully interactive so that people can come and do actual workshops and leave on Monday to go to work on Tuesday 100% with actionable items that they can bring to the table for their next workday. I'm really, really looking forward to that. But also, as part of being one of our presenters, Angel, on this program, you're also participating in our Ladies Power Lunch Presents Power Transformations book, collaborative book. Is that right? Are you one of our Power
I am,
Transformation
yes. I'm
authors?
very excited about that.
Can you give a little feedback about why you said yes to being part of that project?
Uh, you know, it's interesting that you're putting this together as a collaboration, because I had actually had an idea for a collaboration book about stories of women finding their confidence, and had never really, you know, moved forward through that book. So I was really intrigued to see how you were doing it, how you and Elizabeth were putting this together. But also just the concept of transformation is really interesting. And I wanted to tell a story that's a little different. Most people probably are telling a story of, you know, this thing happened to me, and this is the transformation that I took from it. And, you know, that's how I got to here. And my story will be like that in the book. But I think the story that I'm submitting for the book is a little bit unique in that it's something that happened to me when I was much younger, when I was 12. And it really did change the trajectory of my life at that point, but I didn't realize just the impact it would have until I was much older. It's going to be a little bit longer of a story.
Okay, I'm
Of
looking forward to reading it.
transformation that it's brought on. Yeah.
So I'm excited to read what you're going to be publishing in that story. And I'm also excited to see what you're going to be bringing as a presenter on our Transformations 2020 Fall Summit. So, would you be willing to share a little bit about that? Just a little peek
Well,
behind the
little
curtain.
peek. Well, as you know, I self-published my erotica book earlier this year in February, right before Valentine's Day. And the reason that book came to be is because of this journey that I said I went on about finding my own confidence and finding confidence, particularly in my sexuality and being able to express that. And one of the biggest things I found in that journey was that desire is so key to moving us forward. And I think we overlook that a lot of the times because we say things like, I want to have a nice family, or I want to have more money, or I want to do this. And there's a subtle linguistic shift in your mind depending on which word you use. And so what I'm finding is when you use the word desire, there are implicit connections in your brain to that word, and it allows you to actually manifest that better than using some other words. And so we're going to talk a little bit about linguistically how your brain is programmed to help you take desire to the next level into manifestation. And so it's going to be a really fun workshop.
I am so excited. That is so wonderful. Angel, I feel as though all of us who will be attending that particular workshop will be just getting tremendous value from that. And I'm really looking forward to that. Um, I am going to I'm going to go ahead and connect you with my friend because I think that you guys are going to really be just changing the world in a way that is going to be completely positive. And I'm really looking forward to having you on the program as one of our key presenters on Ladies Power Lunch Presents Transformation 2020, which is coming up on September 21st, which is the International Day of Peace. Thanks for joining us today, Angel. I really appreciate your time, and I'm looking forward to September with great anticipation.
So am I. Thank you for having me.
Sure. Awesome.